Oh, good morning. Happy Sunday. So, why not? Why not do it a la grande? Forget this vertical. We're doing it like this to this morning. How's everybody doing? We look blue, huh? Let me see if I can fix my blueness. Is that a thing? Alright, if we bring this over here, what do we go? Brightness? Ooh, nope. What's everyone up to this morning? Ooh, what is that gonna do? How orange is that? Now I gotta wait for the... We'll see what happens. Morning Keith, morning Justin, Ground Fog, Bryant. How's everyone doing on this lovely Sunday? Ooh, coffee is got the Sunday blues. Is it less blue now? Yeah. Little more hue. Is it less blue now? Alright. I have the issue. I always have issues. Dan, you are issues. Just nothing but a pile of issues. I have my triple monitor set up here. This one here is old. Older, I guess. And so true colorness? That one is giving me more true to color. Like if I go on the TV out there, that one, this one, and then the one up there are all about the same. This one here is kind of orange and washed out. I happen to have it set up so I have my studio on there, so it's like I'm looking at what I'm looking at on the studio, but because it's more orange, I sometimes change the settings to that, and then I look over on what the actual view is. Less orange, more blue. We're good though. We are good though. What is everyone up to on this lovely Sunday morning? I usually do a vertical live, not vertical live. So I noticed when I started doing the vertical lives, it was really pushing it out to a lot of different people. Yeah, you get some more trolls for sure. But I was getting quite a few new people asking questions, some good questions, some bad questions. But generally getting some people that were interested in knives and stuff, and then we open them up to a new world, which is cool. Lately, the last few times, the vertical lives, we will get a few trolls or a few people in there, but more often than not, it's just 20 or 30 of us hanging out, doing our normal thing. Excuse me. And anything Emerson waved. Hey, how's it going? Hopefully Tom shows up in a second. You two can talk. I don't know if you saw when I did the initial unboxing of all the stuff Tom sent me to check out. He loves the Emersons. And he gave me basically, well, he didn't give me, loaned me for a review about, I don't know, a dozen knives, and they pretty much all have that wave, that Emerson. Half of them are actual Emersons. Bad questions like, would you cut your hair? I don't know if that's necessarily a... Yeah. Marty McFly, howdy y'all, what's happening? What do you guys think? So instead of the vertical live, we're here. We can do stuff. We have more of this. Giddy up. Projects for the day. Keith the Knife Freak. Blue is better. Blue is the ocean. Blue is the sky. Blueberry muffins and blueberry pie. Ah, that's fun. Morning, Keith. Morning. Boomers Blades, what's up, brother? I gotta tell y'all, coffee right now is a perfect. Oh, we're getting these flickers. It's such a strange situation, this flicker situation, because it does not happen when I'm not live. It only happens. Oh my god. So yeah, this is kind of, we're looking at like project table for the day. I'm gonna probably rip this damn designs Oni. Anything Emerson waved. It is Tom. Ha! You didn't have your photo though, did it? Am I losing my mind? I swear it didn't have your photo with your watch right when your first post. Am I losing my mind? Or did you just change your... Because I would have noticed the watch. So why are we glitching? Is our question. It's like OBS is doing it. Interest. Why does my thumb feel like I got a sliver in it? I found a table. I got another table I'm going to put right over here. Boom, on this little space. Right now I'm using, well, I'll probably continue using this. But I have, oh, I can show you. I forget. I can do stuff like this. Alright, let me loosen that up a little bit. Crank that down. See, I got my coffee, drinks, and some notes. Actually, I don't need all that on there, making it harder on myself. I put those right here so that if I plabooge, knock it over and spill, it's not across the table that has a bunch of knives on it, which would be a disaster. What's up, Clint? Morning, knives are life. So right now I have this little, thing so I can put my drinks on here. Ooh, isn't that neat? But I have this little space right here that I got a coffee table that I'm gonna set up bow. You guys want to see the cougar in action? There she is in all her glory. Maybe I need to adjust the lighting on this camera a little bit. Looks like it's a little bright. Cougar is working like a champ though. She is amazing. Let's see if we can properties configure. There's a flicker. It's just strange that this flicker is happening, but I can't get it to... The second I stop streaming, it doesn't flicker at all. So it's strange because we're getting these little flickers and I don't know what's causing it, because if I, like I said, I go offline, I stop streaming, I leave all this on, and it doesn't flicker. If anyone has any thoughts, it's not the end of the world. Is that kind of fun? Are we in sync? Is my mouth in sync? Remember when we were way off? That first day I switched into here, we were so far off. It was crazy. It was like old samurai movie overdubbed, and then the audio track was put off even more just for fun. What are the slip joints right next to the box? These two right here, these are Rough Rider Aptas. The Apta is really cool. I picked up several of them. This is the brass Apta. I'm going to do a shipwreck. This is the copper. Listen to this. Oh. So I got the copper and the brass one. You can see the copper is a little bit darker, but I'm going to shipwreck them. We're going to take these apart, and what I need to do is find a way to set up my camera so I can film while we're doing this. You like that? It looks kind of weird though. A little washed out. We got this light just shining here, but you get to see what's going on. I just picked this one up so you can kind of check out, like, here's the studio. I got the soundproof stuff. I got my cameras. Oh, let's spin you way around, make everybody dizzy. I just got these new mounts for those cameras off of the wall. I did have them up off of the ceiling, off of that pole, came down, but it was kind of stuck out a little bit, kind of a cheap kind of a setup. But I got this little camera now, you can see on this right here. It wasn't on it. This was the least expensive camera I picked up. I mean, it shoots 1080 and it's fine, but what's nice is I can do stuff like this. You know, now we can zoom in right on that shelf right there. Or I thought about doing like fly on the wall or something, you know, we can put it up in the corner one week or whatever. I don't know. Badass setup. Thanks, dude. I just got in this room. This was the spare bedroom. I live in a house by myself. I've lived here for 10 years probably. Used to live with a couple other people. One of them moved out. The other one moved out. I've been by myself for a couple years now. I love it. I love it. So this was a spare bedroom. There was a bed in here, but I never really, we're talking once a year at best. I had, why am I in focus here? But am I out of focus for you guys? Or do I have, what setting is this on? 480. Okay. I got the stream up on one of my screens and it was set at 480. Like, what in the gross? Okay, we're back up to 1080. Well, you guys were probably there the whole time. For some reason, I was. Anyway, there was a bed in here. No one ever, very rarely I'd have people over that I needed the spare bedroom for. And my friend was like, well, no one ever crashes here or stays over. Like, why do you don't need the bed in there? And I'm like, you know what, you're right. So I ripped it all out, turned this into the new recording studio, have reclaimed my living room where everything used to be. I got a new computer because my other computer was having some issues. Good morning, Neil. My first slippies will be the Little Grand and the QSP Hedgehog. Some fancy pants ones too. I need to check out Rough Rider now. This one's also an Apta. This is a copper Apta. Different blade shape. You can swap the blade shape. This one is like kind of like a pry bar. It's not sharp on the end, but it's got that blunt. Like you could maybe pry with it. I don't know. But here's a nice Warney kind of a blade, and it doesn't have the texture on the focused handle. But these are all basically, they're really cool. Got them for the shipwreck project. My favorite Apta, as you can see, I like this Apta, the Rough Riders. This one is micarta. They all have VG10 blades, but look at the Wharncliffe on this one. Nice edge. This is the user blade I like the best out of the three blade shapes. Plus the micarta, a little bit lighter, feels really good. This is my secondary user. All jacked up. I'm just getting warmed up. I'm gonna make another coffee after this one. for your heart health. For your heart health. Rough Rider, also just in time. Check out the Rough Rider Reserve series. They are all, the Aptas are in VG10. A lot of the Rough Rider smaller slip joints and stuff are in. Speaking of Rough Rider, I was going to grab all those today. Like 440 stainless, but the Reserve series is D2 and high quality. I did a giveaway. Ken Fix bought one. The Rough Rider Reserve. What was it? I can't remember the exact name, but it was like a toothpick design, very clean, smooth edges, tight, strong, solid, open, D2 steel, which I have no problem with. I like D2. Never enough coffee in one's day. I agree, mister. What do you guys think? Like this better than the vertical lives on a Sunday morning? I feel like I have more. I mean, if they're not going to push out the verticals to a bunch of people, then I'd rather do it like this, hang out with all the cool people. Less trolls. But what I need to do is, when I had the bar from the ceiling coming down and then the cameras hanging off of that, because now I have two bars coming off the wall. That is still too bright. If I turn this off for a second, maybe. There you go. Oh wow, turn those on? That's funny. These two camera mounts coming off the wall are great. Nice and solid. I can bump everything. The cameras don't move or whatever. But because they are now independent, it used to have one bar came down and across. And then what I could do is I could mount my phone right here for recording a video, because I record my videos on my phone. Well, the thing is that's not there anymore, so I don't really have the mount to put my phone to record a video, because I could theoretically, sorry, not trying to make everyone dizzy. You want to look at another shelf for a sec? This is the miscellaneous mix shelf. Slowly getting them all put together. Got to build some more racks. So I used to have this bar right here, like I said, that I would then have my camera mount, which is right here. Right, so then you can loosen this up, mount it on the pole, and then stick my phone right in there and then record my videos. So I need to find a way to do that so I can get my phone right here, because if I could get my phone right here when I'm doing lives like this, we could literally be live and then I could film my unboxing or my custom or whatever, and then you guys could kind of hang out while I film some stuff once in a while. I know some people have been interested in that. Quiet Carry West slip joint. Let's look that up. I can't spell. It's not coming up. The West. Ooh, they're on sale. They're all down from 160 to 170 down to about 100. Not sure which one I want to look at the most. Anybody have one of these? The West CPM 20 CV modern slip joint featuring stone washed finished handle, satin blade. 2.5 inch blade, 6 inches open. So it's smaller. Hollow grind. That does look cool. That does look cool. Hoping to win it. Someone's doing it for a giveaway? I'm sorry, I'm losing myself in the chat here. Losing myself in the chat. What was the other one I was looking at? You guys see this thing? The Minim keychain folder. You get it in the satin, but why wouldn't you get it in black DLC? Grade 5 titanium, black DLC coated D2. It doesn't say for sure, but I'm assuming everything's DLC coated. Could be just the blade, or it could be just the handle, but what do you guys think? Is the whole thing DLC coated? "28-degree grind angle, sharpening angle 6." What? This picture makes it look big. This person, is this a child's hand? That looks like a kid's hand, because this looks like it's pretty small. It's 4 inches overall, 1.5 inch blade. I mean, I don't know. I feel like when I grab that thing, it's gonna look tiny. It's a banger. One of them's up for giveaway. You could win. So where's the giveaway at? If they're at Blade Show, check them out, because everything amazing from Quiet Carry. Should we see if they are? I had that up. I had all those up, but I guess okay, what was I looking up again? Quiet Carry? I've been analyzing this list. There's so many good places I want to go. QSP, Kuros, Quisenberry. Quisenberry? Anybody know anything about Quisenberry? Got your fee weed on the way? Anybody have a fee weed? I know a few people that have said they're pretty happy with it. It's a cool looking knife. Purple Haze. That is cool. Also gonna shipwreck this, the Civivi Mini Asticus. What I'm trying to figure out though is I think I've decided, kind of asked everyone in the live the other night, because I have this Mini Asticus with the black, so this is all silver hardware, black hardware. But when I do the shipwreck, what would look better? Everything as is shipwrecked, or take the shipwreck scales and swap it so it has the black hardware and the Damascus? Good morning, Kathleen. How are we today? I be squeezing these berries. Oh, Neil, I got the package. We're gonna let you decide. Obviously, I'm gonna make a video, but I have not opened it yet. Would you like me to be surprised and open it when I make a video, or would you like me to open it here now? And let me know. Kathleen says swap. Anyone else? Basically, though, if Kathleen says it's a good idea, generally I agree with her. She and we agree most of the time. There's a couple times, maybe not. Yellow. You know what would be great is I need to get a yellow Milita and send it to Kathleen. No, that's just mean. That's just mean. Swap. Damascus, Shipwreck, Damascus. Everybody agrees, kind of swap. So that's what we're going to do. So if that's the case, then I'm going to have the jade handle with all the silver hardware. I can't just leave a jade handle with silver hardware. So what color are we going to dye that? And it looks like this has a black backspacer and the jade one has the jade. So I think that'll work good because I can leave the black backspacer with the Shipwreck with all the black hardware, and then bring the jade back with the jade, but then swap everything else. I think that's going to look cool. But we do have to dye this then, because this will be kind of a boring all silver knife with the jade. So we got to figure out what color to do. Boom. So that is another thing on the list. Just got this from Romet. Blue to purple fade? That doesn't sound bad. So Neil, should I open up that package you sent me now or be surprised when I film the video? Either way, I'm going to film a video, but like I'm going to film a video of this knife that's laid off Pete's. And I've already opened it and looked at it, but I can still film a video on it, so it's not that big a deal. But I do have it. Neil says, I'm fine either way. Just sent it because I lost mine. Carried a version of that. It's an MTech? So I still don't even know what's in there. The label looked kind of familiar, but so what is it? Is it I'm just reviewing it and sending it back to you, or it's an MTech? Is it a gas station knife? The address or the company that it was from, and you saying MTech makes me start thinking it's a gas station knife, which is not what I was expecting, but that's great. Oh, it's a contribution. It is. Oh, we gotta open it now. Well, thank you. I'm sure it was extremely expensive. Oh no, MTech, we gotta go get that. Costs more to ship it than a knife, probably. You guys know me so well. But yeah, Romet reached out to me. They got a hold of me. They said, hey, we want to send you this Canyon and have you check it out. This is a cool little gentleman's knife. Very thin. The action feels really nice. It's snappy. It's slicey. It's a good kind of like throw it in a dressy pocket because it's not in focus. It's not heavy. It's light. It feels good. It's thin. It doesn't really feel like it's going to snag or catch on much of anything because of its design. They're inexpensive. G10, D2, you know. But thanks to Romet for sending it out. Pretty cool that they got a hold of me. I do have a couple of Romets in the collection. I kind of prefer it that way. Let them get a hold of me. Okay, let me go grab that. It's right over here. Turn it off. Oh, wow. All right. Yay. Okay. All right. Eyeball. It is nice out. I gotta start doing stuff early today, film some videos early today. Woo! The sun is bright. Lovely. I was outside though. I got a few videos filmed. Did a couple things, not as much as I wanted to, but when it's gorgeous outside, it's tough to not want to go outside, you know what I mean? It's the weekend. I guarantee that's right, Mr. Wave. I originally bought it because it was the cheapest folder on Amazon. So you got this exact thing in 2013, 14 and remembered and then found it and then ordered it and had it shipped to me from Beyond Collectibles, shopbeyondstore.com. It was raining all night where you're at, huh? Ah, so loud and snappy. Got the HX Outdoors Rock. What was this again? Crap. It's a nice button lock D2 snappy action titanium. I'm going to anodize this. That's why I got it here. Probably going to do a little video, take it apart soon, and get it ready to ano until the edge. That's the unboxing I'm set to do first today. Got the swap for these. Man, I still haven't put my scales on my Demco. What scales are you talking about, Kenman? I'm talking about these right here that I can't even pick up. Are you kidding me right now? Got it. Oh, that's the wrong side. Shit. Can't put that side underneath there to show you when it's... There we go. Try not to touch these yet. I've been so busy, just haven't had a chance to get stuff done. Here's my anodized titanium. Got some drops and some fingerprints on it already. Did a nice little bronze color. Maybe try to do that one today too. I don't know why. I heat anodized my titanium apta and warped the scales. Lesson learned. How about that? I've never tried a heat ano, so that's something to learn. So if you overheat, they warped, huh? Wow. I love the blaze shape on this apta though. This is a great, just a great secondary carry slash, user. Works good. And this is a great little third carry. I'm going to cut myself. Definitely going to cut myself. The Lander 6. This is just perfect small tiny pocket knife that just takes up no space, but if you needed to make a quick cut or whatever. Excellent. Alright, so let's get this screen out of the way. Give me a little more space here. Never had that happen with TI scales before, but I'm guessing Rough Rider uses a lower grade. That very well could be. There are a lot of different grades of titanium. I had a couple that were lower grade that I anodized. They anodized okay, but like it seemed like they didn't want to hold a consistent color. Like parts of it was a little bit lighter or darker. Again, could be the quality of the titanium. I got something once and then tried to anodize it. It didn't anodize at all because it was indeed not titanium, but they were advertising it as titanium. So I returned that. So we have here today a package sent to me from N Valley, good old North Valley Neil right there in the chat. He had this in 2013, 2014, and it meant a lot to him. And so he found another one. Because you said you lost yours or it broke or something? You lost it. You carried this for 2 years? Before you knew any better. Wow. All right, Kenman here. Today we have an unboxing, a special monumental knife. This was N Valley Neil's main bread and butter for 2 years. He thought this was a great knife to carry. It must be an amazing knife. Shall we get into it and find out? Solid cut. All right, here we go. It's an M-Tech. What's this? Oh, receipt. Almost looked like a sticker, but it was a receipt. Recept. I'm gonna do this. Watch. Oh, look. See, there it is. It's right there. It's right there. Oh, that one didn't come off. People always tell me I'm wiping fictitious stuff off of the table. What's up, Ground Fog? Good morning. We are opening a gift to me from Neil, the M-Tech USA. Believe it or not, Neil used to think this was the stuff back in the day. Oh, there's tape on there. They really want to make sure. Ask your local knife retailers for other fine M-Tech knives. I'm excited. I'm trying to hold back. Y'all know I love my gas station knives. What's it going to be? You carried this for 2 years, so does it look crazy or does it look normal? And away we go. Okay. Box on the floor. Mini bag. On the floor. Does it say? There's no name, so we gotta call this the North Valley Gold and what in the hell? I don't even what? Of course it needs to be worked in. Every once in a while you get an assisted opening that does an assisted opening right when you get it. And I got mad at one that did that. And it's broken and now it does work fine. So we will see. You carried this for 2 years? Notice how the bottle opener functions. How does it, am I missing something? What am I missing on how it functions? I mean, it looks like a bottle opener. It pushes against the blade. Are you supposed to open it first? Is there a trick to it that I'm missing that does something funny? Okay. This is a very weird kind of insect-like shape. You can't use it unless the blade is deployed. Yeah, I was kind of wondering, like it seemed like it's pushing against the blade right there. So you basically have to open it and then get in here and then you're doing something with an exposed golden blade of glory. Was yours gold like this as well? Oh my God. Jimps across the center. We have some knurled jimps right across the middle of this glorious beast. Got this crazy weird spine piece that is like a backspacer that has a hole and a hole and a, this could be a lanyard, Edyards. Must have been a long 2 years. Kathleen got you. She got you good. Bro. All right, if I give it a little whip, it goes. Right now it's still, okay, here we are. Yours was gold and black? What part was black? So we have classic gas station, assisted opening, says USA right there, says China right there. We have the huge ugly pocket clip that's tipped down only, and then afterthought, not very excellent compared to the crazy designs, the speed holes, covering up a speed hole. Like, why would you put that hole there and then put this huge clip and cover up part of your design work? Dumb. This is glorious. This is glorious in so many ways. Got to continue to kind of mess around with this, break this in, get it opening more consistently. It is centered, believe it or not. The screws being, the pivot and the screws being silver when everything else is gold is kind of, he said nard. The scale overlay was black and everything else was gold. Huh. This is still, I love it. I absolutely love it. This is going to go well on that shelf. I did some modifications. Well, not modifications per se, I guess. More of additions. Kind of evolving the gas station shelf. Here it is. Boom. Make that brighter, maybe. So that's the gas station glory down there. I added a few. The action stayed super good like that for the whole time you had it, like this. All right, it's getting there. There was that one that I got that just opened terribly for a while. I mean, what we're expecting? This was what? How much was this? $6, $10? I would bet after shipping and stuff, this is what, probably 10 to 15 bucks. Very much appreciated, Neil. I thank you. Thank you. Not necessary, but glorious in so many ways. Make sure you add them to your inventory. No cheating, Dan. We are moving up on the inventory list. Let me grab my chicken scratch fever. Here it is. I added a few. Do I have my pen in my pocket? I do. Gas station 27. That brings that to 252. So right now, on the shelves, accounted for and inventoried in this room, 252 total knives. Most of them are, none of them are actually individually labeled. Like I have 41 Kaisers, so it's just Kaiser 41. So at the bottom here, I have number one one-offs, 20 of them. And then we go to page 2, and here's my number one. Wow, really? Like, why does it do this? It's focused on apps. There's nothing up there. Everything's down here. Everything. There's nothing for you to grab up there. So number one one-offs, Ontario Rat, Honey Badger, Katuo, Venter, Opinel, SRM, Quake, and blah, 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 blah. So those 20 are represented by this number one one-offs right there. Then here's a bunch of other one-offs that I added later. This is not a finalized list, but so I had these, added those, and I was like, okay, add these. Changed up. I found another Kershaw. I found another Ramet. I found another Boker or a Kubi or whatever the other day. So it's like I've had to change. I was like, that's funny. Found another Sencut, found another Kubi. Like, just keep finding one more. $12 of knife. Who knew $12 could look so good? For those of you maybe just got here, I don't even know how many of us are in here right now. And Valley sent me this glorious M-Tech that he carried for 2 years. Well, he carried one just like it for 2 years, and now he's since moved on. Neil, is there a knife that you have in your collection that you've carried for 2 years since then? Or are you kind of like me where you've got lots of knives and there isn't a knife that you've ever carried for that long because you keep getting another new one? This is great. It's just the shape and the design of this is just ridiculous. I mean, it's very insect-like, very kind of aliens, kind of like. The gold is wild. Pocket clip is absolutely horrible. "17 of us in here. Not much different than, yeah, the vertical lives actually are a little bit more. Wild. Wild, wild, wild west. So can I can. What do we do here? We go, boom. Oh, I don't have myself set up on this one yet. I can't bring my face into that one yet. I did manage to get I got that. It doesn't really stick out right there. I need to move it somewhere where it's sticking out more. Although if I bump the table, it's gonna go for a ride. I need to find a way to display that better. All the cool kids are probably still sleeping. It's 9:16 in the morning where I am. You had a Smith & Wesson that a roommate abandoned that you kept for 5 years? Wow. Closest since then is a bug out that lived in a pouch, but less than a year. Nice lake in the canoe. Yeah, that's my girl Alice. She had a rough night before that photo. That's good stuff. Get the tips on that one. So I did add a few that I found. So the original shelf just had this front row of knives in here, and then the 4-banger Cool Kid, well, plus the comb. But those wooden ones back there are the ones that I added. Let me set this here for now. Got this silly, so it's like a fixed blade, but if you push this lock, you can open it up. And you got this crazy long, stiletto-y bayonet, I don't know. But then it's locked out. You get in here, and it's easier. Right hand, squeeze that, and then you can twist it back. So this is definitely the wild, weird design. Oh, this was upright as well, but that probably tipped over. We got another silly one right here. Then you fold this up into the handle. Morning, Justin. How you doing? Skip the vertical live today and just doing a nice regular live here. Messing around on my gas station silly knife shelf. Here's a tack knives, extremely long stiletto. This is like a 6.5-inch blade. Boom. Ridiculous, ridiculous. So I've been adding a couple more to this shelf here. These weird wooden ones that I got that are just kind of wild, wacky. interesting designs. Anybody ever see this one? Kind of fun. We've all seen the comb was already in here. 440 stainless, auto, gas station purchased on my way to Blade Show, Texas. Can't beat that. Added the little albatross. Tell me that's not a cool looking cleaver. Nice chunk of wood on there. Then, got a couple of these tack knives as well. Tack Force. Yeah, not tack knives. Tack Force. Assisted opening. Silly. Cheap. Here's another Tack Force. Assisted. Silly. Look at a little harpoon. And then the newest one from North Valley. Needs to be broken in a little bit still. That's 2 in a row. Wow. Wow. So that's going to end up joining this shelf here at some point soon. I got to do the unboxing video for it, of course. Good morning, Cheesy Moon. Just ridiculous. What's ridiculous is that he carried one of these for 2 years. Oh, this is my knife. Solid. Solid. That's a win. Made 2 good cuts before it died, right? Oh, that's fun. Yep, it's not going to be a carry. It's going to be a collection. But I mean, look at that shelf. Tell me that's not a gorgeous shelf full of an array of wonderful silliness. I love it. I love it. How long have we been going here? What is happening? Is there about an hour we've been going? Dan proceeds to make it worse. All I did was backstrap it twice. That's not going to make it worse. I think it was already... I mean, we want to go in there. We could go in there and... Can't see what I'm doing. There you go. Infinitely better. It took how long? That was like 20 passes total. Oh, well, this has got a big rip and fold in that paper. But you see, I don't know. It'll never cut better than that. Dude, that wasn't bad. How much time did I spend on that? Less than a minute, maybe? Wow. I need to learn why this just doesn't want, why it wants to focus right here. There's absolutely nothing 1 inch away, but everything is here and there's nothing else intruding. Like, focus on the damn table. You used your phone 57 minutes less than last week. 57 minutes less. I don't ever remember getting that. That must be, I got a new update. Recent update, and it changed a lot of stuff on my phone as far as like the fonts of like the charging percentage in the corner and a couple little things. And now like when I swipe down, the menu's not the same. I have to swipe from the corner. I have a Samsung Galaxy S24 or whatever it is. The new knife from Neil. This thing is great. What's up, Fred? Check out my new Grail. N Valley found this M-Tech that is the same style and the model of one that he carried for a couple of years, over 10 years ago. It looks like a snake mouth. Look at that. And there's that glitch. I've had this OBS Studio open for hours testing stuff out. Not a single glitch. And every time I go live, it gets glitchy. It doesn't make sense. The only difference is the clicking that it's live. It's still all the same connections, the same cameras, the same stuff. Oof. I need to go to the grocery store. I am starving and I literally have no food in the house to eat. I could take a couple scoops of peanut butter on a spoon, which actually don't mind that. I mean, peanut butter is good, right? But I need to eat. I need to eat some breakfast. I need to eat some food. I go out and I get food a lot. I'll buy extra, you know, like if I go somewhere for lunch, get something extra so that I have another snack or something later in the day. Or you get dinner and then get extra so I have a snack for later. Wow. Really? But if I go all the way up, why are we focused here? What is it seeing that it's trying to focus? When I keep everything a foot away from the camera, there's nothing for it to grab, and it still goes out of focus, focusing on 2 inches away. Kevin Smith and Knives, Grateful Dong. The bottle opener looks like the Thundercats logo. Right? This thing is ridiculous. Fantastic. Automatic win. Not that I'm asking people to follow suit, but yeah, you ever see a really silly gas station knife that gets you going, man? You know it'll get me going good. So I have Ghosts. Just cleaned up the hog, ready to ride. Awesome, dude. I used to have a motorcycle. I do not now. I was unfortunately in a dumb accident from stupid drivers, and it totaled my bike, and I haven't picked one up since. But riding motorcycles is really fun. I enjoyed it when I could, and now it's just at a point where I don't have, not that I wouldn't, but just the money to go buy another one, and what I'm doing in life, and you know. What bike do you have? I took my shelf down that was right here, putting more stain on it, trying to make it darker. It did get darker, so I'm going to put a couple more coats on there, and then maybe put a clear coat on it. But then I should be able to get that one up and good. And then I might take this one down and add another layer to it. But I don't know, it's not a bad looking shelf. We need to get some more ledges going for sure. But that one I almost don't mind. What do we think? Should I put another layer of stain on this one as well? And darken it up a little bit more? Or good to go? I could easily take it out of there, put another layer on there, get it a little bit closer to the shelves. But like when you look at me sitting here and you look at it right there, too bright. You there? Just right. Got an HD Street Glide. Very nice. Very nice. Have a good ride. Rebuilt yours after ending up underneath the truck? Oof. That's no good. Yeah, I basically, you learn when you learn, like when you're riding, you always want to have an out. You want to have like, all right, so something happens in front of you, what's your out? What do you do? Like, oh, well, I bail into the ditch or whatever. Well, the darker the better, says Kathleen. Not too hot, not too cold. Just right. So you're supposed to have an out. You're going and there's a crash in front of you. What do? Okay, I bail into the ditch, or I bail off like this. You pay attention where you're at. And I was in California and traffic was going, wasn't crazy, but it was, traffic had slowed down to maybe 35, 40 on the freeway, which was 55, 60. And the traffic was heavy enough that motorcycles can use the carpool lane. So that's the other thing about living in LA is nobody uses the carpool lane because everybody's alone, and so the carpool lane is generally wide open. So I was in the carpool lane, which is fine. Traffic was going 35, 40. I could be going 55, 60 because there's no one in that lane. But that's also not necessarily safe because the carpool lane is in the middle. So here's the middle carpool lane, 4 lanes of traffic. And then in the middle, there's the median carpool lane, 4 lanes of traffic. So when you're in the carpool lane, there is no out. There's no exit. There's no escape. You're kind of pinched and stuck in between a wall, oncoming traffic, and 4 lanes of traffic. So I wasn't going 60, I was maybe going 50, 55, a little bit faster than the regular traffic, but not real fast because you never know when someone might want to jump over into that lane, even though they're not supposed to. It's double line most of the time. So I was in that lane, but I had no out. And long story short, the cars to my side, the person was riding the ass of the person in front of them. And then there was a slowdown in traffic. So this car slowed down. This car couldn't slow down enough because they were riding their ass too much. So they swerved over to miss them. And when they swerved over into the carpool lane to miss them, they caught the front bumper, which then turned them sideways in the carpool lane directly in front of me. I had about a half a second before I T-boned them going about 50 miles an hour. I flew over the hood, down the freeway, broke my collarbone, and bike was squished, totaled, nothing to do. So in that case, it was like, yeah, there was nowhere for me to go. I had nothing. I either bail into traffic, bail into a wall that throws me over into oncoming traffic, or I try to stop before I hit this person. But because they were riding and then boom, they hit and turned in front of me, it was like I had about a second at the most to try to be like, well, I'll let off the brakes. And then I was lucky that I hit their hood and I flew over the hood. If I had hit the door, I would have flew into the car and probably not be here right now. It was crazy. I'm fortunate I mean, I did break my collarbone. There was a ambulance, all of like, literally must have been like 10 cars behind us, because within a minute the ambulance was literally there and picking me up, and I shot up with like morphine or whatever right there on the on the highway before I even knew what was going on. Practically, it was crazy. I don't think I was knocked out. I remember sliding down the road, rolling to my back. I had gloves, helmet, jacket, which protected me a lot. My butt cheek was shaved, my leg was shaved from just sliding on the concrete, and the jeans kind of ripped up. My ankle got kind of beat up. Ever take it off any sweet jumps? Take it off as many sweet jumps as I can, huh? I wasn't a crazy rider. I wasn't like into doing wheelies and stuff like that. I just like riding. It was great. You take the long way home, you know, and you just cruise. Super fun. I had a Triumph Thruxton. It was cool. I knew a guy who ran a motorcycle shop there, so he let me mess around and take bikes out. So we got to mess around, try out several different bikes on a regular. It was fun. It was fun. What is causing the glitch? We will never know. We will never know. So yeah, I agree with Kathleen. I will take this shelf off today as well and get some dye in that. I got a table that's going to go right here, which is cool. But I got it. It's springtime, and I don't know about where you live, but in Minnesota, this is the time that if you're looking for furniture or want to get rid of furniture, all you have to do is take said piece of furniture out your front door, go out to the street, set it on the curb next to the street, and wait. And before you know it, someone will come by, they'll stop, they'll grab it, and they'll take it. Or you're driving and you're like, ooh, look at that sweet coffee table. And you stop, you get out, you look at it, and you're like, uh-huh. And then you throw it in the back of your car and you drive home. It's pretty fun. I've gotten quite a few pieces of furniture. This table, couple other things out there. Excuse me. Anything Emerson waved as a KTM 252 stroke enduro, that sounds fun. Take that off of some sweet jumps. Yeah, so I picked up this coffee table that's going to fit right there really well, just to set a few more things off the floor, notes, maybe some knives, projects that I'm working on or whatever, without me setting stuff on the floor. Like right now I've got knives on the floor right there because they were on that shelf, so they need to be adjusted. But I could have put those on that table. But the table, it was like one of the other reasons I grabbed it was because it was a table that's actual wood. You know, everything these days you can buy, the cheap furniture is all like particle board and stuff like that. And every once in a while you find like a table like this one here, or the end table that the computer is on, that's old, made out of real wood. Yeah, so this coffee table, nice legs, screw in, they're tight, they're solid, real wood top, no particle board to it, no wet moisture on the feet where it's like you could tell it's been, you know, beat up. It's actually in decent shape, except for the top. The top, it looked like they were a smoker maybe, because if like it's like, oh, they're probably on an ashtray here, but like there's a little burn mark, just a couple little burn marks on one side, look like from ash or whatever. And then it looked like they had also maybe put a few cups or mugs or something that condensed and left a couple rings, you know. So it was like the table was nice, but the surface was a little beat up. So I grabbed it. I went out in the garage, sanded the top, smoothed it up, didn't take very much work to do, and then put a coat of stain over the top. So the top doesn't completely match yet. I don't know if I'm gonna make it match. I kind of like the weathered kind of aged look it has now to it. So I'm gonna throw another coat of stain on it and check it out and then get it in here. So since I'm doing that woodwork, I'm staining the other shelf that was over here, and I might as well take this one off, throw some stain on it too, and get a nice layer on all three of them here for the last one. It'll be good because I can do it outside. It's nice and warm out today, no rain or anything. Although if it's windy, you don't want like leaves or something that could maybe land on it. Although stain isn't the same as like paint. Generally, you put the stain on, you let it sit for a few minutes and wipe it off, so it's not like something that lands on it is gonna like stick into like a layer of paint. You really want to go and put a sign 200. Well, that's what I'm saying. Furniture is people put it out. It's free. It's free. That's what's cool about it. Is people are always getting rid of stuff. Sometimes it's junk, but it's amazing how people get something new and they put something out that's like really, really nice. I got a nice end thing. That triangle thing when I was doing the lives out there that was behind me, that was free, and that thing is big and wood. It used to have a wood like piece that was taller that sat on top of it that wasn't there, but I don't mind that. I do mind these flickers though. I don't like that, but I don't know what's happening. Leonard Man, Kevin, how do you like your Excalibur? Then it gets stole quick. All right, 9:41. I know I want to be done. Well, I will be done. TKL's on right now? I thought he doesn't go on until later. They've been inconsistent. I don't like going on when other lives are on that I'm aware of. But he's been inconsistent lately with when they go live. All right. Alright, TKL's live right now. If you're interested, go check that up. Can't believe I'm up this early. What's up, Henry? What's up, Brian? How is everyone doing? So yeah, the guys over at TKL are cool. I met them in Texas. I'm going to meet up with them again in Atlanta. Stop by their table. Melissa's going to be at their table selling her new design. Fixed blade. It's cool looking. But yeah, they are live right now. I try not to step on toes, although I'm not stepping on TKL's toes. They've got way more. What's up, Donnie? How's it going, bud? What are you up to today? Gonna see Donnie in Atlanta in a month as well. Pretty excited for that. Donnie, all the knives that you're going to be bringing to sell, are they all accounted for already? Have they already been spoken for? Or are you going to have anything up for grabs? And here is a link to Tri-State's live. Tri-State goes live in about 20 minutes. So yeah, if you're looking for some lives, I'm gonna be closing up here in a pretty quick. But we got a couple good ones. TKL is on. They always do a giveaway. And Tri-State has some fun Sunday morning shenanigans. How will be thy grind? If you're looking for something. Dan, I'll have 4 to 6 on the table. All FCFS. And people haven't already claimed them? So you're just going to put them on the table and like whoever shows up first? Done? So the people that buy the early bird entry or the people that are able to get in there early. Tom, do you still have that ticket for me then? Or we haven't talked about that in a couple of weeks. Otherwise, I'll just buy a regular ticket. I don't care. I don't need the early bird access per se. It'd be nice to have a VIP like badge though. That'd be sweet. The full access badge. How do I get one of those? How do I get one of those? First come, first serve. I've heard several people saying they're going to head to your table first. Yeah, if he's only got 4 to 6 of them, they are gonna go fast. What's do you have a price point on those, Donnie, or do you want to hold out on that? If not, that's fine. But yeah, if you do, let us know. Donnie says, really? That's wild. I'll be ready. That'd be great. I guarantee you that you're gonna sell them all pretty quick. Guarantee. No doubt. Okay. Anybody got any fun stuff going on this Sunday? What's the weather going to be like for you? We got a nice, glorious looking day here in Minnesota. I do want to get some stuff done. I have yard work to do. I have things to do, film, edits, projects. But, people are already like, hey, it's nice out. Let's get together. Let's go to the park. Donnie, I appreciate the kind words. Probably $850 to $1,000 other than the full dress auction piece. Nice. We're talking full custom Donnie special from Blessed Knives. Oh, somebody's going to be happy. For sure. Sunny and 70 here. Foods with the fam shortly, then back in the shop. Where are you living again, Donnie? Are you going to be filming like Texas? Yes, Henry. I'm going to do my best. I don't know. Someone said that the service in the building isn't as good as it is in Texas. But I also heard from similar people that they had problems with their service in Texas. So I don't know. We'll find out. I'm obviously going to make videos, edit some videos together for, to showcase stuff from the show. I do want to try to do some lives as well. I'm not sure how well the lives will go, if there is service issues or not. I have good service with my Verizon. I have the full package set up, so I can, I unlimited. I should, hoping that if I've got good enough service, I'll do some live streams at the show. But if not, I will definitely film a lot and try to put together some good edits. I'm excited. Very excited. Beautiful out but cold here in Michigan. Bless is in Omaha. I have my cousins, my sisters, my mom's sister. They live in that area. They got a couple of cousins. They got kids and family out there I haven't seen in a few years. Really enjoyed the live in Texas. Hope you won't have service issues. We'll see. I can't imagine. I mean, it's just a big building that it's not like there's enclosed levels above. Like, I've been in buildings, I worked in a building like a hotel where if we were in the ballroom, which is in the middle on the lower floor, sometimes there were spots where the service wasn't as good. But I would imagine in that big building, I don't see why. I mean, we're in downtown Atlanta, unless it's like on overload, but I wouldn't be using someone else's server. I'd be using my own service from Verizon. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to try. Either way, we're going to get some good footage. We're going to have some fun. Hopefully I can do a bunch live, because that was really fun. I had a blast doing it. It took up a lot of time though, because you go live for 2.5, 3 hours while you're at the show. The show already is like stuff going on, and you're just in that moment, but that moment goes fast. The live makes it go even quicker. Super stoked though. Gonna have some fun. Well, I think this went all right. I'm still going to do some vertical lives regularly, but I was like, instead of doing the normal vertical live on a Sunday, I'll just jump on my live like this, see how this goes. I don't get pushed out to as many people, but I do get to talk to all of you wonderful people, which is just fine by me. If you are looking for some content, you're chilling at home right now, I did post, just scroll back just a little bit in the chat, not very far at all. And there's a link to Tri-State, who's going live in about 10 minutes. And the TKL Live is going on right now. Go hang out with them, check them out. If you go and you want to say Kenman sent you, sure, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. But yeah, have a good rest of your Sunday. We'll see you all soon. I'll be live after work, a normal Monday live, before Casey and Rob go on. But yeah. Have a great rest of your weekend. Take care of y'all. We'll see you soon. Neil, thanks again.